going to do the top 5 trios of 2024. So let's start at number 5. Who do you got?
So at number 5, this was tough. So I narrowed about 7 to 8 big-time contenders that could go in the top 5 down to 5 because I was told top 5, and that's how that works. So I went with, at number 5, the New York Yankees, which their trio is Aaron Judge, Juan Soto, Anthony Rizzo.
Yeah.
Now, for me, Judge and Soto are the big 2 here. That's kind of why I went with this trio. Their combined stats for 2023 was 264 with 84 home runs and 225 RBIs. That's going to go way up this year. Aaron Judge had a bit of a down year, especially after that injury. Just wasn't really himself. Juan Soto, for whatever reason, couldn't really hit at Petco Park, was a 300 hitter on the road. Now he gets to hit in Yankee Stadium. Anthony Rizzo, the beginning of the year, got that concussion. You remember that? He got that concussion that went undiagnosed, and the team kept him playing, and he was off.
That was
and
weird.
his season was basically, it was so weird. So they're all going to have collectively better years this year, and that's why I have the Yankees at number 5.
Yeah, I mean, this is all going to come down to, because it looks great on paper, right? This trio looks great on paper, but can Judge stay healthy, and can Soto get back to his dominant hitting?
Yep.
If they can, easy number 5. Who do you have at number 4?
At number 4, I'm going with the Phillies. Now, for those that saw the top 50 players countdown for 2024, I had Trey Turner. I believe he was at number 6. So I have a big year coming for Trey Turner. I think it's going to be a huge bounce back year. I think he's going to be MVP conversation this year. So you have Trey Turner, you have Bryce Harper, and you have Nick Castellanos, who had a good year last year, 29 bombs, really good second half, good in the playoffs. So they combined to hit 275 last year with 76 homers. Again, same with the Yankees here. Bryce Harper wasn't playing a lot of the year. So the power numbers aren't there for him. Bryce Harper could hit 50 homers himself. Trey Turner, we all know, really struggled in the first half of the year last year. Really turned it around, was a 290 hitter in the second half. I think we see a full, great season from Trey Turner. MVP conversations for him and Bryce Harper. Nick Castellanos continues to hit 270, 280 with 30 homers. You'll take that out of him. I have the Phillies at number 4. I like those guys a lot.
Yeah, it should be an exciting season, having a whole season, full season now with Harper and Turner, who are not only great friends off the field, but work really well together on the field. And now we're seeing Harper at first base, right? He's making the full transition to first base. So it should be fun and exciting. Okay, moving on to number 3. Who do you have?
At number 3, I'm going with the Houston Astros. Jose Altuve, Yordan Alvarez, Kyle Tucker. Those names just speak for themselves. Yordan Alvarez, arguably the best hitter in the game of baseball. He's in that top 3 conversation, in my opinion. Jose Altuve is Jose Altuve. We'll get, he's the spark plug of that offense. And Kyle Tucker continues to be an underrated player in the game of baseball. I don't know what the guy has to do to not be underrated, but it just always feels like he is. And he's constantly in all-star conversations, in MVP conversations, and was a big reason the Astros were as successful as they were last year, because he stepped up and been fantastic for them. So the combined stats for those big 3 for the Houston Astros last year, 294 with 77 homers, 260 RBIs, and an OPS combined of 926 for the 3 of those guys. No-brainer top 3 for me, Houston Astros.
I mean, it's kind of crazy, too, because they also had quite a few injuries last season, still had these stats, and still made it to the World Series. So it just shows you.
Yeah, you're right. Altuve in the World Baseball Classic broke
good chunk of the season. So it just shows how strong this core is, even when one of them is out, because the 3 of them weren't playing all together for a good chunk of last season. Okay, moving on to number 2. Who do we got?
So I said Astros, I believe, are a clear top 3. I believe there's a very clear top 2.
Yes, there are.
At number 2, I'm going with the Atlanta Braves. Ronald Acuna Jr., Matt Olson, Austin Riley. Love these guys. Ronald Acuna Jr. is the reigning NL MVP, potentially going to go back-to-back this year. The guy might steal 80 bases this year. He's unbelievable. 40-40 club after last year, 40-70 club, created his own club. The combined stats for that Braves trio, 301 average, 132 home runs, and 342 RBIs with an OPS of 955. Ronald Acuna Jr., right now, the best offensive player in the game of baseball. Matt Olson, arguably the biggest feared power bat in the game of baseball. And Austin Riley continues to every single year get better and better and better, both defensively and offensively. He's becoming one of the best third basemen in the game of baseball. Acuna, Olson, Riley at number 2.
And the reason I think they're also going to be extra dangerous this year is they have unfinished business, you guys. They were knocked out once again once they got to the postseason as the best regular season team for a good chunk of the season. So when you have that kind of talent with that chip on their shoulder and needing to have that redemption, I think that's also going to go for our number 1 team here, if you want to lead us through.
Yes, number 1, no-brainer here in my opinion, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman. That is ridiculous to even say out loud. It is unbelievable. Mookie, Freddie, Ohtani, MVP, 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 all in the same lineup. It is remarkable. Combined stats last year for this 315 average, 112 homers, 304 RBIs, and an OPS over 1,000, 1.006 OPS. The only trio to all 3 players hitting over 300 and an OPS over 950. Crazy.
I mean,
and now they are all on one team. It already felt crazy. Last year, when once Freddie signed with the Dodgers, it already became like, how many MVPs do these guys have? You got Kershaw has his, then you have Mookie and Freddie in the same lineup. That's crazy. Now you add in Shohei with his MVPs, and this just becomes, in my opinion, and I have no stats to back this up. I just thought of it off the top of my head, but we're talking one of the best trios in the history of baseball. Maybe that'll be next week. I went top 5, Yankees, Phillies, Astros, Braves, Dodgers. Thanks for watching. If you love flipping bats, swinging 3-0, or just talking ball, join us. Call us at 213-537-9339 with your questions. We have a weekly guest, and we have a lot of fun, so hit that subscribe button.